Game Week 9 preview off the back of an international break. Got a lot of updates for you, a lot of injuries actually, and people that you can pick up just for a short period of time, but should win you your game weeks. And we're going to jump straight into Liverpool v Everton. And one of these injuries is Andy Robertson. He looks like he may be out for a while. It's unsure if he's going to be needing surgery on his shoulder injury, but that definitely means Tsimikas is going to be in, and with a 41% chance of a clean sheet for Liverpool at home, it's a very, very good pickup and a very good player to get in and start. I'd be looking to start all your Liverpool players realistically in this game. Everton only a 9% chance of a clean sheet, so it looks like Liverpool will be scoring goals in this game as well as potentially keeping a clean sheet. Everton, it should be noted, have been very good when it comes to XG, but they have just been horrific at putting the ball in the net. But they're hoping with Jack Harrison back in the team now, the XG can get boosted even more. And with DCL, if he can stay fit, can be the man to put the ball in the back of the net. So it'll be an interesting one, obviously always is. And starting off the weekend with an absolutely cracking game. 12:30 kickoff here in the UK. Should be a good one. The next game, Bournemouth v Wolves. Bournemouth, 29% chance of a clean sheet. Wolves, 25% chance of a clean sheet. Should be a pretty even game. Wolves have been a bit of a surprise package so far this season, but every time that they score, you know Pedro Neto has been involved. He has been unbelievable at the start of this season and has linked up amazingly with someone I've been banging on about for weeks in my pickup video of Hee Chang Hwang. Bournemouth have had a pretty steady start. I feel like they're dropping off a little bit though. A little bit naive sometimes in games. They do have the ability, especially with Dominic Solanke up top, to score goals, and they need to make their home games a fortress, but we'll see in this game. Cunha's been an interesting one as well for Wolves in the front line. I personally have him in one of my fantasy leagues. He's been very good at driving with the ball and getting it forward, but he's just not getting involved in the goals at the moment. But hopefully going forward, I think that may change and the fortunes could change for him and owners. The next team, Brentford versus Burnley. 40% chance of a clean sheet, 19% chance of a clean sheet for Burnley. Brentford at home, you know what I'm like. I talked about it in my pickup video this week. I love it. There are some injury concerns though. Brentford, Rico Henry, as we know, is out. Aaron Hickey is also out for this game. And they may be playing with their backup keeper. We are unsure if Flecken is going to be fit for this game as of, today, Friday. But we will see tomorrow. Could be worth picking up the backup goalkeeper. Burnley have been pretty good this season. Foster, obviously, for them, has been the main man getting the goals. But Brentford at home, always looking likely for a clean sheet. Always got to get those Brentford players in, and they've got some nice fixtures coming up. So I'd look at getting some of their players in at the back. Nathan Collins in particular would be the one I'd look to make sure to get in. The next team, Manchester City versus Brighton. It's going to be an absolute cracker. How is this a 3 o'clock on a Saturday and we are not able to watch this? I do not know. But 35% chance of a clean sheet for City, only 9 for Brighton. And Phil Foden has had a wonderful time away with England. He's having a very, very good season, in my opinion. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts in this game. And Brighton are going to find it difficult to keep a clean sheet. But Roberto De Zerbi doesn't change for anyone, and I don't see him changing for this City game, so I'm expecting goals at both ends. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see who starts up top for Brighton. I have a feeling that it may be Danny Welbeck. The next game, Newcastle United versus Crystal Palace. Newcastle United with the highest percentage chance of a clean sheet is with 49%. Palace only at 15%. Isak looks like he's got a bit of an injury and a bit of a knock, so I'm backing Callum Wilson to carry on starting up top in the number 9 position. Obviously, we know Harvey Barnes sadly is out injured, so Anthony Gordon off the left, and I'd expect Miggy Almiron off the right in the attacking line. Defensively, they have been very solid. Newcastle again this season, really building on last year. Tonali, the ongoing saga that is there. It looks like Tonali may have even lost his spot in the team before all this, with Shane Longstaff being so crucial to this Newcastle team. But Wilson is someone I'm expecting to bag in this game. I talked about Mateta looks like the starting 9 at Crystal Palace, or has been for the last 2 game weeks before the international break. We'll see if that continues, but I wouldn't really look at getting any of your Palace players in or starting any of them really in this game. The next game, Nottingham Forest versus Luton. Forest with a 46% chance of a clean sheet and Luton 19% chance. Awani is not expected back until the 5th of November, which means this man, Chris Wood, who started in Game Week 8, I expect him to start again in Game Week 9. Always got a chance at home, especially against Luton, who have been pretty poor at the beginning of this season. Obviously, clean sheets for Forest look like they are on the cards with Willy Bolly. Obviously, there. Toffolo as well at left back are probably the two to note that I would look to get in. But yeah, I'd be very happy starting all your Forest players. And if you're looking for a forward just for the week, definitely look at Chris Wood, getting him in because he looks like he'll start and probably the most likely to score out of him and probably the other one that's available, Mateta. The next game, Chelsea versus Arsenal. I've put Kai Havertz up here because it's just the Kai Havertz derby. Can he do it? He looks like he's hitting just before he was hitting a little bit of form. He obviously got the goal off the penalty that was gifted to him and got an assist in the North London derby. Clean sheet percentage is 25% for Chelsea. Arsenal 31%. Arsenal look like they're going to be the dominant team in this game going off the stats, but you never know with this Chelsea team. There's so much potential there that any week they can show up and do very well. They've got some of the best defensive stats so far in the league, so I'd be pretty happy actually starting most of these players. I mean, maybe not your Kai Havertz just because we don't know if he's going to be starting or Fabio Silva still, but most of the other players I would expect you'd be pretty happy to start in this game. The next one, Sheffield United versus Manchester United. Clean sheet percentage 12% for Sheffield United at home and Manchester United 44%, even with the poor Onana in goal. He's had a very troubled start, and so have Manchester United, but Harry Maguire maybe is someone to look at. He had a very good time with England in the international break, as he always does, so maybe he can break his way back into this Manchester United team. We'll have to see. But this man, Rasmus Højlund, has been very impressive. His start at Manchester United has been really good. So I would expect him to carry on away at Sheffield United in this Northern Derby. The next game, Aston Villa versus West Ham on the Sunday. The only Sunday kickoff. Clean sheet percentage 29% for Villa, 17% for West Ham. Ollie Watkins has started bagging. He is the top point scorer in fantasy, I think, joint with Mo Salah. Both of them above Haaland. And what a fantastic pickup he's been. I've been so big on him for the last year and a half, and he is really reaping the rewards now. So Aston Villa, I'd be pretty happy starting most of their players. I would expect them to play a 5 at the back in this game, but we will see going forward. West Ham as well. Mikel Antonio has been their starting 9. Been very good at the start of the season, but tailed off a little bit. We'll see if West Ham can keep this form up. Bowen obviously is someone that you would be starting regardless. And the final game of the Monday Night Football, my team Fulham taking on Spurs, and it's not looking good. 12% chance of a clean sheet compared to 38% chance. I put Dejan Kulusevski there not because I think he may produce in this game, he may not, but I think Kulusevski he's got 2 goals this season. I think you just want more. He's the one in that front line alongside Son that's been starting every single game. He's a stalwart at that right wing position. Obviously, Son's moved into the 9 and Richarlison on the left-hand side now. So I'd expect that Kulusevski would be starting. I'd probably look at starting maybe your Spurs defenders as well. And Doggy, obviously, been very good. Porro, very good. But on the Fulham side, Vinicius started the last game. So did Alex Iwobi. Maybe look at getting them in if they're available. Vinicius, I think, will be the 9 going forward. I've been saying it for a while in my pickup videos, and it's finally happened. We've got to see, though, after Raul Jimenez had a relatively decent international break, if he's going to come back and come straight back into the team, we will see. But that is it for this week, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Comment down below if there's any players or teams that you want me to talk about in the future specifically. And give a subscribe. I do pickup videos every single week and obviously these preview videos. So enjoy the game week. Enjoy the weekend. Football is back. Win your game weeks, guys.